Well, it's Thursday, the 24th of June. It's going to rain. In fact, it's threatening rain now. Eventually we'll have summer. I think we've had 1 or 2 days that have been quite good. I don't seem to have much luck, but that's the way it is. So always on Thursdays I go out. It's 25 degrees outside as well, and it's very muggy as well. So yeah, I'm going to get wet and hot, etc, etc. But anyway, let's make our way towards, I think, Ventnor. I'm going to start from Ventnor and make my way to a wood called Borthwood, which is an ancient woodland near Sandown on the Isle of Wight. Let's get going. Well, let's weigh my sack before I start off. Bearing in mind I'm only going out for one night, I usually pack far too much camera equipment usually. Let's give it a go. Pretty accurate, this. Just over 14 kilos. Well, look at those Echium plants. Must be about 15 foot tall. It's really humid and dank. It's really going to rain tonight, and I know that, so I'm prepared for it. So I've got all my rain weather gear with me for a change. But yeah, you can just feel it in the air. I've got about a 12-mile walk in, so let's get on. So I'm making my way up onto Stenbury Down. I'm puffed as well. Quite a big pull up. Well, this is a bad pull up. I say bad, just a hard pull up, that's all. I just got a heavy pack on. You get fitter, that's my attitude. This is going on forever, this hill. I'll be there soon. Well, we love our technology, and this is a byproduct of that. The Isle of Wight's full of these aerials because of its relative height in the south of England. So yeah, there's a lot of aerials like this. I can't moan, I've got a mobile phone. Well, I've decided to go onto my mobile phone, see how it works. It's a Pixel 5, Google Pixel 5, and I think it's pretty all right actually. I've not attached my wireless microphones to it. There's impending rain, so it's very murky. But yeah, I'll show you the views anyway. So this is on my Google Pixel 5 without a microphone on, an external microphone I should say. Hello mate, how are you? We'd be pretty. It's mum to come over and have a go at me. Steep drop here. I used to try and attempt this on my mountain bike and never succeeded. It's far too steep. And these are deer fences. They used to keep deer here, but no longer. They've been moved about 5-6 miles away, but the fences still remain. Well, that would be the view towards the Needles, but not today. Really slippy. I don't suppose you can see the steepness of it, but it is steep. This is a really narrow path, and look at that barbed wire. I mean, I don't know if it's legal or illegal on this side of the footpath, but I know it's got it in the other side of the post, but it's just so close to you. Just one slight slip and you're going to get cut. That's God's Hill down there, and it's a very iconic church. Great views from up here. I wouldn't mind camping here one night, whether I get away with it or not, because it's quite exposed, but which means, you know, I can be seen, but I might give it a go. I love to pitch up here What a fantastic view over the centre of the Isle of Wight. Yeah, not bad at all. That's looking towards the West Wight. Very murky, you can't see the Needles today, but hey, what a great place. See, I could probably squeeze a tent in here. Not 100% sure, but look at that. I'd love to wake up to that and see the sun go down as well. So yeah, I'm having a pan around now. Hopefully it's not too wobbly. And that's Sandown Bay and Culver Cliff there, the far eastern side of the Isle of Wight. And that's where I'm going to make my way to, along the bottom of that ridge there. Part of the reason I don't wear shorts anymore is that I got sick of being scratched and stung. There's so many stinging nettles on this part of the Isle of Wight. I don't know why the Isle of Wight is so full of stinging nettles. I go to Dorset, doesn't seem so many. About 4 or 5 miles to go. Got plenty of time, I'm not rushing. I never set myself a limit of how many miles I'm going to do a day. As this is an overnight camp, it's a bit of a stealth camp, I don't really care. I'm just enjoying it. And I'm enjoying that view as well. Hope you can see it. This is with my phone, so yeah, pretty glorious views. This is Fremantle Gate, part of Appuldurcombe House, which is now in the hands of English Heritage. It used to belong to the Worsley family. Well, I've got about an hour and a half to go, so another couple of miles, but through woodland and stuff like that, so it's not easy walking, it's not hard, but this is an easy bit because I'm walking on the old railway track here, which has been tarmacked as well. So if you look there, you can see what it's like. It's flat as a pancake. So yeah, I'm going to make my way into America Woods and Apps Wood. I know that doesn't mean a lot to some people that are not from the Isle of Wight or from this area, but then I'm going to make my way into Borthwood. So it'll be woodland all the way. So yeah, I'll talk to you when I get into the woods basically. Just seen a load of stoats, but unfortunately a runner scared them off. I haven't seen stoats, or I think they're stoats, not weasels, for a long, long time. Well, this is the first of the two woods I'm going to walk through. This is America Wood, as you just saw. It's a lovely wood. It's managed by the Woodland Trust, and it's the only wood on the Isle of Wight that the Woodland Trust actually own. That's one huge solar farm. You can't see all of it, obviously, but it's absolutely massive. I don't mind them. Some people hate them. It gives you a rough idea how big it is. Pretty massive. No worse than greenhouses, and it is green energy as well, so no problems with me. That's one of the reasons why I don't wear shorts anymore. In fact, I wish I had long sleeves on. I've cut my arm and everything, and I think I'm punching my rucksack on the barbed wire. And that's a couple of weeks growth. We had a lot of rain and it was a clear path, and look at it now. I'm coming up to the outskirts of my final destination, which is Borthwood. So I've got to go into stealth mode. It's a very popular wood, so I mustn't be seen. So I'm at the outskirts of the wood now. Just work my way in. So being really careful, checking there's no one behind me or no one around. It's National Trust, this wood, so you know, camping's not allowed, like any other part of England. But yeah, I don't want to cause a fuss, let's put it that way. Yeah, this is opening up, this is looking good. The farther away from the path, the better, of course. Very spongy underfoot though. I think I found it. Looks pretty good, beech tree here. Bit rooty in places though. Oh, this looks pretty good though. I'll go this side, slight slope, not the end of the world. Well, I've cleared out the site, it looks pretty good. Very spongy though, obviously lots of dead leaves over the years. It's almost like a mulch, but that'd be perfect to sleep on. There's hardly any sticks anywhere or roots. So yeah, I'm gonna hunker down here. I don't know if you can hear the noise. There's a bird of prey going around here. I reckon it's a young buzzard. And all the jays and magpies and everyone are going mental basically. So it's really noisy. Anyway, you can see my chair zero here. I think it's a Helinops chair zero or zero chair. Let's sit in it. It's quite low. Oh! He doesn't like soft ground. But hey, I'm in it. Oh, I'll have to move it onto harder ground. You can buy a spreader to put underneath to stop this problem, but I've got to get out of it now. It's to get dark now. I've not eaten yet, actually. I'm all right though. Just spoken to my friend. My microphone went. I had to ditch the footage. He's from London, but he's camping on the old Shoreham to Guildford railway line. So I just spoke to him on WhatsApp, or video called him. So I could see his tent, he could see mine. In fact, he's tarping, yes. I don't do tarping, I might do in the future. Obviously I'm far too middle class to tarp at the moment, but you never know. If I go the way I'm going, which is downwards, I could end up tarping or even bivvying, who knows. But anyway, there's my Helinops chair. So I'm sat in and I'm drinking a little bit of vodka at the moment. So yeah, that's it. I'm in. Yeah, so I found out about these Helinops chairs that it's chair zero chair, I think it's chair zero, that if it's soft ground, and it really is soft around here, so lots of leaves over the years have made it very peaty. It's almost like a mulch, and I was sinking in and falling over, etc. My wireless microphones have died on me, my Rode Wireless Go 2s. I had them going for about 5 hours, it should be 7, but they've gone. I should have turned them off more often, so hopefully you can hear me pretty well. But anyway, let's have some more vodka. I've got to put up with that most of the night. Honestly, rooks don't shut up even during the night. Crows are different. But as I said, I think there's a bird of prey around, a young buzzard I heard, and that drives the corvids, crows, any member of the crow family, like a rook, jackdaw, magpie. I think magpie is a member of corvid. Yeah, Yorkshire for a virus. But corvid is a crow, rook, magpie. I think even a jay is a member of the crow family as well. So yeah, ravens obviously as well. So yeah, corvids. Oh, it's getting dark, and I like it when it gets dark because I feel safer in a strange way. I have to use my headlamp to sort of illuminate myself, because my little lamp I use to sort of illuminate myself normally, Aperture, which is a really great little lamp, but hopefully the internal battery is not going, because I don't use it that often. But yeah, it's looking really good. Let's sort of shine over that way so you can see what's going on, so I don't blind you. And if you notice, in my tent I've got a little LED light which I got from Night Eyes, and it can point downwards, and I keep it on all night sometimes. I'm about to try my Trek and Eat scrambled eggs and onion, which I've rehydrated for about an hour. So it could be rubbish, it could be really good. Let's just give it a go. Well, it's 2:40 in the morning and it's absolutely chucking it down outside. I don't think you can hear it because the trees are stopping it falling on the tent to a certain extent, but it's really it's wet, as I thought it would be. I saw the forecast, so I can't complain. And I've just woken up. I must have drifted off about 11 o'clock or even earlier. And like you do when you're camping, you wake up in the middle of the night and then you sort of have a little thing, and eventually you go back to sleep. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So I know I've got to pack up in the wet, etc, etc, but hey, I'm happy. Well, it's just before 7 o'clock. I've just had a dog and a man come past. The dog was really barking at the tent. I thought I was in a very isolated place, and it's chucking down with rain, so it just shows you there's always people around. It's a very popular wood, this, so I don't know quite what to do, because I think the rain's going to stay with us to about 11 o'clock. So I think I'm going to get ready inside my tent with my wet weather gear on, and then just get up and walk around a bit really, and make my mind up what I'm going to do, because I can't stay here forever. Well, it's chucking it down. I can't risk using my wireless microphone, so this is from the camera, so I hope the audio's alright. I'll always tied it up in Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. Scrambled eggs with onions. I have to say, it's not my favourite. It's okay, but it's not as nice as something to eat, scrambled egg and cheese. So I'm a little bit disappointed with it. But anyway, I'm going to eat it because that's all I've got. Well, I think I left the site almost exactly as I found it. Just having a last minute check. I'm going to make my way to the shop to get some water. I have got filtration equipment. There are rivers about a couple of miles away, but it's raining, so it's not exactly roughing it, is it, if you go into the local spa shop? But anyway, let's make my way. And by the way, this is Rohan Helix jacket, and I'm also wearing Rohan over trousers, which they no longer manufacture at the moment. They plan to do in the future. I like Rohan better than Gore-Tex, and Rohan use Barricade. Whether it's their own fabric, I don't know, but it's not like triple layered. It's one layer, it's very light, and it's highly breathable, and it's never let me down. So Helix is, as far as I'm concerned, the best jacket I've ever owned. I've owned a lot of waterproof jackets in my lifetime. Anyway, let's go to the shop. Break here by the river, or brook, whatever it is, stream even. Everything's a river to me. Anyway, got quite a long walk back, and I'm feeling it today, I have to be honest. I'm knackered, honestly am. The Clag is still on the top of the downs. I'm going to be walking up there in a minute, so I'm going to go into that fog by the looks of it. I'm walking the same way back, is that I keep losing the wind muffs off my Rode Wireless Go 2 transmitters, you know, wireless microphones basically, and it's getting on my nerves so much reordering them. I wish they make them more stable so they stay on. Lady luck, I found one of my muffs. I've got another one to find, so hopefully I might find it. starting to clear now. You can almost see the needles, and you can definitely see old Harry. Take a look at my legs. That's through walking through wet grass. I'm completely and utterly drenched. The inside of my boots as well. Just 400 meters of grass, long grass, and it's enough to make me like this. I've learnt the lesson there. I ought to wear gaiters. But these Fjällräven trousers, you can tighten them at the bottom. I thought I'd be safe, but it's managed to go down my legs, and basically my boots are completely wet inside. Not a bad view. You can actually see the needles, etc. And Old Harry Rocks in Dorset as well by Poole Harbour there. Yeah, nice day. And that's obviously Culver Cliff, the far eastern side of the island. And through that fence, I hope you can see it, is basically the west side of the island. So you can almost see north to south. Though Cowes is behind a dip, you can see into Newport. This is not the right camera for this, obviously, but yeah, it's cleared now. That front has gone over, but I'm absolutely drenched. Well, I'm nearly there. Just got to cross this road, drop down about 400 feet. That was a lovely drop down, that was. Better than walking up it yesterday. I'm absolutely knackered, so my next port of call is the car. Back with my Panda 4x4. See it, Panda? Yep, I'm glad to see this. One lesson I learnt was wet grass can make your feet really soaking, and that's what's happened to me. I should have worn over trousers, but it wasn't raining, or gaiters. But yeah, it's just the way it is. I've got absolutely soaking feet. So if I was out on a real multi-day trip, I'd have to get these boots dry somehow. But yeah, let's get in the car and let's go home. See you later.